Hello friends, welcome to the session on PHP programming. In this session, we'll be discussing about arrays in PHP programming language. In this session, we will see how to declare arrays in the PHP program, what are the different types of arrays that are available in the PHP, and how we can declare the different elements of the array and how we can make an access to the elements of the array in the PHP program. So friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and you can subscribe to the channel so that you can watch many other educational videos on the various topics of the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by arrays in the PHP program. Friends, you will find that an array is a very useful data structure, and this data structure is being used to make a list of the similar data elements. Frequently, whenever we deal with the programming situations, then in certain situations, you will find that we need to make the use of large set of numbers. Or sometimes we may need to deal with the large set of names within one program. In such a case, it is not possible to assign an individual variable to each number or to each name. And therefore, in such case, we can make a list of the numbers or we can make the list of the names, and we can assign only one name to this list of numbers or to this list of names. And this can be achieved by making the use of the array. So we can prepare a list of the elements, and this list of elements within a program can be called as an array. As far as PHP is concerned, you will find that there are three types of arrays. The first type is being called as an index array. The second type is being called as an associative array. And apart from these two, it is possible that we can have multi-dimensional arrays. So these are the three types of arrays in the PHP. Index arrays, as its name indicates, that it has a numeric index. Index is a variable which is used whenever we want to make an access to the individual element of the list or array. So these index variables are numeric index variables as far as the index arrays are concerned. So in these arrays, you will find that the values are stored and they can be accessed in a linear fashion. So whenever we want to store numbers or strings or even any type of the object, when you want to store in the memory, then that can be done by making the use of the index array. And their index is always being represented in the index array by the numbers. So by default, every index will start from the 0. That is, the first element will be the 0th element. The next element will be the first element, then the second element. And in this way, we can make an access to the individual elements of the array. Now, whenever we want to create an index array in the PHP, then you need to make use of the function called as an array. So the syntax for array function is that you have to write down, first of all, the array name. An array name can be any valid identifier name equal to then the keyword array, and in the bracket you can write down the different values of the elements of the array. So for example, if I write a PHP code, the PHP code has to be enclosed in the tags, and then suppose this is the marks array, and which will have the values 58, 69, 35, and 48. And now whenever I want to make an access to the elements of the array, then I can make an access to the elements of the array by making the use of marks 0, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. You can do some manipulation on these values such as addition. And when we display the result on the screen by making the use of the echo, then you will find that the result will be the total marks is 210. So when you need to run this code in the proper PHP environment. Another array that is being called as an associative array, and the functionality of the associative array is the same to that of the index array. So the basic purpose of the index array and associative array is the same. But the difference is that in associative array, instead of numbers, we make the use of the string for indexing. So these strings are also called as the named keys. So whenever we want to refer to the element of the array, then the reference can be done by making the use of the name. So for example, whenever we want to declare a associative array in the PHP program, then its syntax is name of the array, then equal to, then the array keyword, and then in the bracket you can write the key 1, then this direction arrow and value 1, then key 2, then direction arrow value 2. So in this way you can enter the number of elements in the array. So for example, if I write a PHP code, say salaries is equal to array, then Praveen has a salary 10,000, Amol has salary 15,000, Nitin has salary 5,000, and then we can display the salary of the Praveen by making the use of dollar salaries, and then we will give the key as a Praveen. So in this way we can display the salary of the Amol, the salary of the Nitin, and then we can compute the total salaries by making the use of dollar salaries Praveen plus dollar salaries Amol plus dollar salaries Nitin. So when you run this code in the proper PHP environment, then at the output you will get the display such as salary of the Praveen is 10,000, salary of the Amol is 15,000, salary of Nitin is 5,000, and the total salary is 30,000. Apart from this, it is also possible that in PHP you can declare multi-dimensional arrays. So these arrays are one-dimensional arrays. But if you want to have an array of 2 dimensions or 3 dimensions, then it is also possible to create such arrays in the PHP program. So thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood how to create an array in the PHP program. Thank you all.